Welcome to Wine Talk TV. Make sure to stay tuned because what I'm about to share helped me save so much time when I was out dating and when I was in your shoes. And you don't want to miss out on this. Enjoy.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of Wine Talk TV. Please grab your wine, unwind, and let's have a fucking conversation. Thank you to those who have donated to the channel. Your donations are very much appreciated. It allows me to create great content and produce more things that are going to help this channel. If you like to become more involved in Wine Talk Nation, please check out the description box below the video. I have my affiliated links there for you guys to check out. Be sure to check out my Rumble. I have unfiltered and raw content there. I give my opinion on current topics, red pill topics, and just general topics going on in the world of entertainment. If you want to join my Patreon, where you can get practical tips that can actually help you out as soon as today, I recommend doing that as well. All right, so we're going to be talking about what is known as what I call pinging questions. So pinging questions are literally what they are. These are questions that when you're in an interaction with a woman or just an individual in general, these questions are going to be questions that you're going to ask these people to get a good gauge if they are interested in having a conversation with you, or if they are not interested in having a conversation with you, right? So the key thing that we want to discuss in Wine Talk Nation, we want to figure out how can we save time when we're interacting with people. That's the main goal of how do we know if a person is interested in us or interested in just a conversation, and how can we put ourselves in the best position to save time and maximize our efforts, okay? As it pertains to dating and relationships, these pinging questions will allow you to assess if the person, again, is interested in you, not interested in you, or they may have a significant other. And when I say not interested, that's literally what I mean. Not interested means literally what it means, or perhaps they're in a relationship. They may not know how to have a conversation, or they just may be very shy. In either of those scenarios, as a man, you shouldn't be interested in either of those, because that's just simply just a waste of time. You know, you don't want to be around someone that doesn't know how to have an appropriate conversation, because what that means is that you're going to have to put in a lot of work to get this person to come out of their shell. And with the pinging questions, this allows you to find out if, okay, who do I want to have a conversation with that is going to be worth my while? Because I don't want to sit here and have a conversation for 30 minutes and it like she was never interested, or this person was never interested in talking to me. Whereas I was more so of an annoyance to this person than I was a possible influence or someone that they enjoyed the conversation with. I'm not a pest. So typically, a lot of guys, when they have conversations with women, they often may find themselves in like these conversations where they're literally talking for months, sometimes for several hours, where they're literally in a real-time conversation, like a cold approach, or just with a business colleague, where you're just talking and talking and talking and talking, but literally nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. It's more so like, the last thing you want is to be in an interaction with someone where you guys are not both parties don't want to have this conversation available. You know, they don't want to be a part of this conversation. So pinging questions allow you to determine if the person wanted to have a conversation with you in the first place. This is something that I developed from the trials and tribulations of cold approach. Cold approach is a very difficult avenue of meeting people, and you can waste a lot of time in cold approach if you don't know what you're doing. And I wasted a shit ton of time for you guys, which brings me to the pinging questions. This is why it was invented. I realized that when I went out and did my pinging questions, I was able to determine if somebody was interested in me or not interested in me within 30 seconds of meeting these people. And for the sake of this video, I would want you guys to go out for yourselves and try these 3 questions. These 3 questions are going to allow you to prove my point. I want you to literally take a survey of if you asking these pinging questions and getting a success versus you still going out doing the pinging questions and getting failures from the associated failures or signs of disinterest that I will provide from sharing the pinging questions, and how you can determine if these questions are indeed indicative of the person that you're speaking with. Okay? So what I mean by that is when you ask these questions will be able to allow you to determine if the person is interested or not. And again, I dare you guys to take these questions, and when I share with you the successes of how these questions, what I want you guys to do, I want you to take these questions, and when I tell you the associated successes, I want you to track these down for yourself. And then when I tell you the ways to identify disinterest, I want you to take note of that as well. A quick way that you can, and I'll leave in the description box below what I want you to try. I want you to go out and ask the pinging questions in succession, all 3 of them. And I want you to go for a simple cold approach close of just simply asking if you guys can exchange contact. Now, you don't have to apply the closing enhancers that I have a video of how to enhance your ability to close. I don't want you to use that. I just want you to use a simple close that is pretty much as simple as, hey, I like to have your phone number, or I like to exchange phone numbers. We should just get together. How about we exchange phone numbers? Go with that. That's something simple. Like, hey, I want you guys to basically just go out, run my pinging questions, and then follow it up with, hey, listen, I'm having a great time talking with you. How about we exchange contact? Perhaps we can go out for a lunch or a coffee at some point. Okay? So something as simple as that. But yeah, what I want you guys to do without any of my closing enhancers, I literally just want you to go out and, follow my pinging questions, right? I want you to go through all 3 of them, right? And then close, just simply close. And I want you to notice a couple things. And I'm going to help you identify what it means for a success from these pinging questions versus what doesn't work from these pinging questions. And I still want you to close regardless and take a tally of your own. And I want to prove a point that when all these pinging questions are answered correctly, I want you to close, versus when the pinging questions are not done correctly and you still try to close, literally what happens?
I hope you guys enjoyed that glass of wine. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe.